dun 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 dun. We need some practice. We need some practice.
Oh, he's got dinosaurs now.
Our acapella is not up to snuff yet.
Come see us at the Hoosier Dome in between Suicide Silence and Fit for King.
We have sold exactly 2 negative tickets.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a little bit awkward. Suicide Silence is way too big to play the Hoosier Dome. Anyway, welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh, wait, I mean the Cinema Asylum podcast.
Potato.
Same thing.
I'm Matthew, one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I am Garrett, the Indian drama expert.
Oh, you're looking at me. It's been a while since I'm here, guys, so give me some slack. I'm John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert.
Give me some crack.
Should have added Dino to that reaction there. Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
Doesn't he mean Dino Freak? He's a Dino Freak in the sheets.
Very much so.
He was in the first egg that they hatched on Isla Nublar.
No, I was the second
Have
egg.
any of the movies...
Right behind Matthew, okay.
The first egg was my big brother. The second egg was me.
Now,
Well, I mean...
here's an honest question. I've seen... Obviously, I'm a Jurassic Park nut as well. Probably not as much as you. Have any of the movies taken place on the same island as the original, like since
The
the
third
first? No, I
No.
think that's a different island.
Yeah, it was Isla Sorna and the third one.
Then was it the second one?
I
No,
thought it
that's
was
Site
Jurassic
B.
World.
They go to Site B
Okay.
in
World
Lost World.
must then.
Yeah, I thought it was Jurassic World. I thought that
World
was on
does, yeah.
Nublar because
It does?
the kids
Okay.
escaped. Yeah, because they come across the original Jurassic Park guest center. And they fix up the
they
Jeep there,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's the only one. All the other ones where they go back to the original islands, it's Isla
how many
Sorna.
islands are there? Jesus Christ.
4 now?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 4? I'm pretty sure.
If I can find it, I used to have a board game on Jurassic Park 3. If I can find a copy, I will buy it and we can play it on air one day.
Oh God. It's based on 3.
There are at least like 4 islands with dinosaurs in this entire
Well, yeah, because there's
series.
the original 2. There's the third one that was part of the one that we see in this movie in Rebirth.
Oh.
And then there was an additional one that was originally planned for 2, I thought, or like there was like a more local island or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of just blasted through the movies for my rewatch for Rebirth.
Yep.
Well, hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend.
I did.
Garrett is wearing his Wicked shirt, and the reason that is because he and I finally got to go see the play, and it was a awesome experience.
Was it a Wicked experience?
Yes.
It was.
Yes, it was actually. But no, in
Dylan's, like,
actuality,
pumping
he's
shotgun.
right. It actually was. But seriously, it was such an incredible experience. We had a wonderful time. We had great seats, by the way. We had great seats, and the entire time. I mean, I think I teared up like 3 or 4 times when I was watching the play because I could not help it because I was loving every minute of it.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you stood up out of your seats to clap, were you defying gravity?
No, that's
Okay,
not true.
I like that one.
Anyways, we are reviewing Jurassic World Rebirth, if you could not tell. And we're going to rank the Jurassic movies.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you it's going to be very different than our rankings.
As they usually are.
Yes.
Yeah. Who wants to start us off on our dino expedition?
Well, we're going to just take a bite into this and say spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
do
get that out of the
we
way.
wanna
immediately.
jump right into spoilers.
Yeah, we might as
first?
well. There's not much we can say without spoilers.
Yeah.
The opening scene is kind of...
The opening scene is in the trailers. It's
True, yeah.
It's where the crazy ass xenomorph dinosaur
Which was
kind
awesome.
of breaks out.
The
Yeah.
Belugosaurus.
Yeah. Now the plot, just to give you a basic rundown of the plot, Scarlett Johansson plays Zora Bennett. She's a special ops person, and she is tasked on this mission with this with this task to retrieve dino DNA or dino blood to for this doctor who's played by Rupert Friend, who wants to make a cure for heart disease, and that apparently requires dinosaur blood. I mean, I'll just
Makes
run.
sense.
I mean, I guess I'll just run with it at this point.
Of course.
So yeah, Rupert Friend and her task Jonathan Bailey, who is a paleontologist, and they also get Mahershala Ali, who's is he a special ops person too?
Yes.
Like she
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have history together, and yeah, they go
He's a
to
former doctor, it sounds like.
and they go to this island where they used to clone and do all these experiments on dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park, and everything went wrong, of course, and they're all just running wild, and so they have to get these various samples from all these different types of dinosaurs. There's 3 that they need.
The
and,
Mosasaurus, Titanosaurus, and I don't remember the last one.
And your basic idea of a Jurassic Park movie will ensue from there.
I will say this is the most horror one out of all of them.
Yeah, I'd say that. There's definitely some good moments of it. Probably not as much as I wanted to, or
No.
not as much as I wanted, but how much can you do with a PG-13 rating?
Although, like we said earlier, spoilers, because I want to jump right into this. That shredded dinosaur was surprisingly gory. The one like out of focus in the background with like the disembowelment.
Oh yeah. I mean,
was
I've
surprisingly
seen
gory
that.
for PG-13.
think I've seen something like that in a Jurassic Park movie before.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I remember like
yeah.
the Indominus Rex like chewing the implant out, but that's the only thing like
True.
remotely gory I could remember, except for a little bit of blood splatter.
Right.
But yeah,
It's funny because they can't show like a mangled up dinosaur, but they can show like several piles of just dino shit in the original.
That was
that's just funny.
that was Jeff Goldblum running for office.
Yeah,
That's his campaign promise.
it's one big pile of shit.
Apparently, though, with this movie, they didn't follow the Finding Nemo thing, because he ended up being food, not friend.
You're gonna kill us. You're gonna kill us.
You guys are gonna go extinct.
Yeah.
Not fast enough, unfortunately.
Nope.
Bring on the meteor
Who,
shower.
who wants to be the dinosaur? You, Garrett, or Dylan?
I'd rather be.
Because I want someone to eat Matthew.
Well, I'm gonna go extinct faster.
I think it'd be rotten. I mean,
No comment.
that'd be
So-
that'd be mutually assured destruction.
Back
eating
to-
Matthew.
Back to Rebirth.
Yes, please. Before things get
Overall-
worse with Matthew.
I enjoyed the movie. I
Yeah.
really did enjoy the movie. It, as far as compared to like some of the others, we'll obviously get into the rankings after this, but this was much more enjoyable than the past like 2 movies, I'd say. I definitely had way more fun in this than some of the other entries. Yeah, but I do have my problems with it still. I do think that it still suffers from, the story is just has a lot of plot holes in it and has some issues, and some of the characters. Overall, I like the characters in this one much more than the others, but there are still some weird choices with it, and
I have a hot take.
okay.
I feel like the original cast is more likable,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson are better
Yeah.
acted in this than the original cast.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, yes.
Even though the acting is really good. Yeah.
The acting is good. I mean, it's Mahershala Ali, who's a 2-time Oscar winner. It'd be stunning if he wasn't good. But
I feel like this is
he
my favorite role from Scarlett so far. Like, I think
that
I've seen.
Lost in Translation
not
needs
seen it.
requirement.
I've not seen Under the Skin.
Or her.
Or
you
that.
can't. Yeah, but
It's
they're
definitely better than Black Widow.
yeah. It's kind of it. There's a lot more. First thing I'll say that really stood out to me in terms of like the filmmaking. This movie looks gorgeous.
It does.
Dolby Cinema
totally,
looked
yes.
absolutely gorgeous, and they shot it on 35 millimeter. And it looks like a movie. It really does look like a movie from the 90s, like
Yeah.
a movie that
That's what I
would
was
have
gonna say,
came
yeah.
out right in the tail end of the 90s after the Lost World or something. It has that gorgeous look to it. The colors pop out, especially if you see it on Dolby Cinema or a larger, more premium screening.
Do you think
yeah.
you'll eventually get a film camera? Or do you think they'll let you
I'd
in
love
digital?
to. I would really love to, but
Probably a lot more expensive.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
But
Probably minimum
yeah,
is like 7,000 or 8,000, I guess.
no issues involving the visuals. Like the visuals really are great in this.
CGI
and
is
probably
always a standout in the Jurassic movies.
and but has better CG than most like the past
Entire
two.
MCU.
Yeah.
No, in the past two movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Fallen Kingdom did have excuse me. Fallen Kingdom I did notice a lot more like practical animatronic stuff in that one. I don't know if this one had like a good amount of practical like animatronic dinosaurs. From what I could tell, there was more CG than practical, but
Yeah.
I think they blended it in very well. Nothing really like stood out in terms of like poor CG or anything. I think the CG in this is actually better than the first Jurassic World movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I think
They've had a lot more time to perfect it, for one.
and something about film and shooting on film, that imperfect look actually makes it easier to blend in like the CG with the practical elements, and I definitely think they took advantage of that pretty well. The like there's some neat new designs for the dinosaurs, and that that probably one of my favorite new sequences in the franchise is the wonder moment. Like every Jurassic Park movie has that moment where the music kicks in and
Oh,
it's
with the
very
Titanic
wonderful.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, the tails really beautiful and breathtaking.
Apparently, there was an alternate script where they
Where
had to
they were
change it.
fucking.
Yes.
Yeah, I did hear about that yesterday. I would have liked to seen it, but yeah,
50 Shades of Jurassic.
really nice sequence. It is like trying to be like the scene in the original where that John Williams music kicks in, and I think they
Grant,
take
my dear Dr. Sattler.
I think they overdo the John Williams music a bit too much in this one. They use it too many times, I'd say, where I feel like, because this movie is scored by Alexandre Desplat, who did the music for another Gareth Edwards film, Godzilla, and I love that musical score.
Gareth Edwards is an amazing director. That does not get talked about enough.
He's very good. I wouldn't say he's like in my top tier list of directors right now,
He's
but
my third.
He has a great eye for spectacle. He knows how to use scope and scale, especially when he's doing movies with monsters.
Yeah.
And
Even his first one, Monsters.
yeah, and that's what got him that Godzilla movie. Just what he did with that small budget.
Yeah, going from $500,000 to Godzilla.
and filming a movie with very little resources and making a really cool monster film with it. And he still has that skill behind the camera and shooting the dinosaurs and all that. This movie has several great scenes in it. Like
The river
I
scene.
wouldn't. Yeah, the river scene is awesome. Even if I don't think the movie works like that great as a whole, like there's several scenes in this that I will come back to and watch whenever they pop up.
The river scene's one of the best scenes in the franchise.
And originally it was cut out. Like the idea of that scene was in the original film.
Because it was in the book.
Because it was in the book,
Yeah.
and they just had to cut it for time. Definitely glad they put that in there because it's really intense. It's a T-Rex
So
scene.
intense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they take advantage of it.
Stop breathing.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite T-Rex scenes in the franchise. Maybe right under the, of course, the original.
And to think we're getting 2 dinosaur movies this year.
What's the other one?
It's called Primitive War.
What is that?
It's another one based on a book. It takes place during the Vietnam War, and they're trying to find some missing soldiers, and they stumble upon this valley where dinosaurs still exist, and it's like a hard R-rated horror movie about dinosaurs.
Huh.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah,
Me
it's supposed to come out later this
either.
year. But
Interesting.
like we're actually talking like raptors disemboweling people and stuff like that.
Nice.
Oh.
But yeah, not just that sequence. The Mosasaurus sequence is really cool too.
Yeah.
Not what I like about these new movies is that they have been able to use the Mosasaurus more,
Yes.
and I think that's really cool.
We're still up for the Spinosaurus though. We got them in the 3rd movie, and we haven't.
Oh
seen
yeah,
them since.
they do have Spinosauruses in this one.
Not like the original one though.
No, these can swim. Like these
Yeah.
are more aquatic. But
Yeah,
they're
I
cool.
think these are not actually
they're cool.
Spinosauruses. These are something.
They're
else
like
somewhere.
they're like hybrids,
Yeah.
mutants.
I wish we got the original Spinosaurus back though.
Yeah.
Nice.
But no, and I think the climax works well too.
It does.
Of course, with that, what do they call it? The mutant dinosaur
The
freaky
Mutodon?
thing. The Mutodon.
I think that's what it was called.
The
Yeah.
D-Rex.
Yeah, I've heard it called the
That's
D-Rex.
what's on like the outside of the
D-Rex.
pen.
That's it. Yeah. I wish they did more with it, like, because I feel like it's only really in the beginning and the end. I feel like that could have had more of a presence
Agreed.
in the rest of the movie.
I feel like even though it wasn't
Um,
used much, the xenomorph was used more in the first Alien.
I don't know.
Because
I
I think
feel
they were
like
trying to go
it's-
for a similar feel.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really.
in design, yeah, they
it
were going
only
for a
shows
similar
up
feel,
in like
but-
the first 10 minutes and then the last 15.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the alien, the xenomorph had more presence throughout
Yeah.
the
All throughout.
the first
yeah.
alien. But yeah, it's not obviously, we'll get into it later. It's not that ambitious. It's not that, it's not a brilliant script by any means.
Same writer as the original though.
but it's not nearly, that level
No,
because I feel
Because
like
he also wrote Lost World.
yeah, and I'll talk about that later. Yeah, but if you're just looking for a fun summer blockbuster and it has dinosaurs, there's really no reason not to check it out. I mean, if you're looking for a movie that is gonna completely change the game with the Jurassic Park franchise, you're not gonna get that here. But I don't think that was the intent with this one. They wanted to. I think
back to basics.
they wanted a more basic structure, and this movie has that. It doesn't get overbombarded with a bunch of plot points like some of the other sequels do. It plays it safe, I'd say, but sometimes safe is what audiences want, and I think most people will walk out of the film satisfied. I came out pretty satisfied. I'm not in love with this film, but compared to some of the others, I definitely enjoyed myself pretty well compared to a lot of the other. For the standard, I have very low standards for this franchise now. I feel like a lot of people do,
Yep.
and I feel like this movie exceeded them a little bit. Not crazy amount, just it gave me what I basically wanted out of it was an entertaining time, and I feel like it did that. I think it could be cut down a little bit. I think it's a little too long, and I feel like around the 2-hour point, because this is like a 2-hour and 15-minute
Yeah,
film.
2:13, yeah.
I think if you cut out maybe 15 minutes, I think this would have been a little bit more, impactful and just fast paced. But as it is, I think it's perfectly fine. And I'll let you guys get into it.
I wanted to also say, this has the potential to be the most successful month in the box office since Barbenheimer or better.
Oh yeah.
So Go to the theaters this month. See at least one of the 3.
You're going to anyway. Like,
Yeah.
and many people are going to see, like,
All
all
3.
of them or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Like, general audience perspective, not fanboy perspective like us or, you know, comic book fans. If the general audience, if you were a general audience member and you looked at the 3 movies, Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four, if there was only one you could see, which one would it be?
I'd probably still go with Superman just because of the hype surrounding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, even if
Maybe
I
not from your perspective, but from like the casual moviegoer, like maybe a family member or something who doesn't go to the movies as much as we do. What do you
I'd
think?
probably still say Jurassic World then would probably be the one.
I go Fantastic Four for me.
Really?
Yeah.
True, it's an MCU movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that has the
I
main
mean,
staying
I am
power.
I am very excited for Superman, but Fantastic Four has the potential to be an incredible film. So,
Yeah.
and the family would absolutely enjoy it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all 3 have the potential to do
Yeah,
really
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Dylan, what do you think?
Okay, I'm between Fantastic Four and Superman for 2 different reasons.
Okay.
The argument for Fantastic Four, in my opinion, is the MCU one, where like everybody knows what the MCU is, everybody's going to go to it,
But
and
the
it's also
current,
it's
the
also
current
got some
stigma around the MCU is
Well-
is the reason why I don't think like the casual moviegoer will look at that and go, oh, I'm gonna see that over Jurassic World or Superman.
Well, it also has some names attached to it that are polls that are currently
Yeah.
around in big media.
Pedro.
And
Vanessa and Joseph because of
Well,
Stranger Things.
yeah, like all 4
I
of the
would-
main cast
Vanessa's
members
not
are
really.
draws.
Vanessa hasn't really been a lead in anything yet. Like
No, but
I
she's
know,
but
her,
she's been
I
in a
know
lot
her
of big
mostly
projects.
from. I know her mostly from like, The Crown, and of course, you know, Mission Impossible. But
and Hobbs and Shaw.
I completely forgot she was in that. Oh my god.
But, like, Mission Impossible and Hobbs and Shaw are like the big mainstream ones she was in. And
True.
then Joseph Quinn was in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Stranger Things that watches it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The argument for
And
Superman, the argument for Superman, in my opinion, is one.
It's
It has the
Superman.
draw of a dog.
Yes.
The dog being part of the marketing is going to be a contributing factor to people going to see it.
Yes.
Like that piece alone.
He's
Yeah.
adorable.
He
Crypto.
is.
He's so
Yep.
cute.
James Gunn knew what he was doing after Rocket.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically done that with like every superhero project he's done. Like
Cosmo,
he's
Rocket.
Peacemaker with Eagly. Yeah, every Guardians movie has that going for it.
Yeah.
Like Rocket, Baby Groot, Cosmo. You know, what is Suicide Squad? The Suicide Squad.
King Shark.
King
Weasel.
Shark. I wouldn't say King Shark's cute, but in terms of like
Starro.
personality,
That's why I
that's
said
not
Weasel.
cute.
Come
Starro's
on.
not cute. What are you talking about?
Starro's cute.
No,
just
he's not.
Not like. Not when you get up close.
A starfish is not cute. I'm sorry.
It's cute because it's like a giant
Starfish
toddler.
with an eye in the middle, like with an
Question.
eye.
Like
in the
I
middle,
said, when
that's
you get
not-
close, yeah, it gets terrifying.
Wait, you don't
but
think starfishes
from far-
are cute? They are
Question.
cute.
No,
Is Starfish code
unless
name for
it's
butthole?
voiced by, unless it's a Nickelodeon cartoon. No.
Okay.
What were you saying about Superman though, Dylan?
I was just gonna say, it also looks like it's something that's different.
Yes.
When,
And
so,
it's a complete 180 from the
From what it-
Superman we've
what-
been getting.
yeah, from what DC's
Yeah.
been for the past 10 years. That's another big
No
reason.
more dark
where
and
I-
gritty
why
Superman,
I would
even
feel
though,
that one.
God forbid, someone do Superman that's accurate to the comics for once.
Right,
Fuck.
right.
Yeah.
I
Snyder
don't
fans.
even. I'm just so tired of talking about Snyder fans at this
Yeah, I
point.
know.
I am too.
Um,
I am
I can't
too.
wait to
I'm
get
done.
past it.
They're worshiping.
I'm seeing the movie Tuesday night. Like
I'm singing Friday.
I'm stoked. Like
Sorry.
I'm just ready more than anything. Not just because I want to see the movie really bad, and I really do.
Yeah.
But just so I can finally not have to listen to them talk about it anymore.
Exactly. Like they're worshiping Zack Snyder like he's the next greatest director.
Like
or he's
people
Jesus
are literally
Christ. Like, no, he's
saying.
not.
People are literally saying he's on the level with Christopher Nolan. Get out of here with
Get
that.
out, guys. Get out. Get out.
I don't see Zack Snyder winning.
Eject.
Even though the thing that annoys me about that, Zack Snyder with Oscars, that moment when he technically won the Oscar for like best fan
service.
That's not even an award. That's
I
not a
forgot
real
that
award.
existed.
That was voted. That was a vote
Yeah.
I will say
by
this.
people on the internet.
Yeah.
I will say this one thing about Snyder. All those people before the Snyder Cut came out, that were like all gung ho to raise money for suicide prevention, they have become the most hateful group of people.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Literally, will call you like insane for just saying, "I want to see James Gunn's Superman."
Yeah, exactly.
Someone made a comment about.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
But what I'll say this about Superman.
Sure.
Before I forget, because I might forget next week. Actually, I need to say before next week anyway, because I haven't seen the movie yet. I feel like this has my bias aside about the movie. I feel like this is going to be on par with the first Wonder Woman in terms of
I've loved
positivity in terms of overall quality.
the least I've liked any of James Gunn's superhero stuff was Guardians 2, which I still think is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, like, his superhero stuff is at least 9 to 10 out of 10 level. for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like this is going to be on par
I
with the
can't
first
think
Wonder
of another director who has that level of success, with me at least. I know not every... I know Suicide Squad has its detractors, but like critically, like James Gunn is like just up there. Like
Even Peacemaker and Creature Commandos.
Yeah, and critically acclaimed, and people watch the shit out of those.
Yeah.
So
I love Creature Commandos.
yeah, it's
I
like
need to rewatch it.
yeah,
I'm not gonna have time before Saturday. I'm
But
gonna rewatch it before Peacemaker.
Oh yeah.
but I don't want to talk about Superman right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we have
exactly.
all the time.
But
for
yeah,
that.
but I want to give my thoughts on the movie.
Yeah, go for
on the Rebirth. But personally, I was very skeptical with the movie because I actually thought that Dominion was the last one, but because they made $1 billion, they had to make another one.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Money talks.
So
Yep.
I was just thinking to myself, okay, I mean, I'm gonna go support it because I like this franchise. And then when I heard Gareth Edwards was directing and the original screenwriter was coming back, I was thinking, okay, now there's some hope. Then I saw the trailer, and that got me a little bit more hope. So I went to go see it with my parents, and we had it was actually kind of funny. We were in disagreement on what we thought about the movie. My parents enjoyed the movie, but they were disappointed with the film. My dad was excited for weeks.
Why?
when,
What they say about it?
They said that most of the things they saw they thought they were dumb, like the opening sequence and also the parachute thing up the DNA
you know what?
thing.
I agree with them on that. The opening with the Snickers bar.
It was some Final Destination
you
bullshit.
couldn't have thought of anything better than that. Like, give me a break with that. Like
but anyway,
that is some stuff right out of like Fallen Kingdom or Dominion. Like that.
Product placement.
I honestly thought not just that, but like the fact that it's something so stupidly simple like that. Like it's a
Right.
Final Destination movie.
Yeah. We're gonna get even worse product placement in our next episode.
Yeah.
but yeah,
White cats.
but yeah, I mean, it will
I did not like that.
Okay. Well,
Nope.
It was over the opening sequence, and I thought to myself, guys, you're going to defend the opening sequence, guys? Like, it's just the beginning of the movie. Don't say it's dumb when you haven't even watched the whole film yet. But anyway.
Yeah, John.
Not me, my buddy.
You've done it.
Anyway.
Don't
You have
deny
done
it.
that. You have done that before.
We've called you out on it. Come on now.
Like, I can't remember which one it was.
I smell bullcrap.
Which
Three
one
Stooges
was
for
it?
one of them.
Ju-
Three
because I-
Stooges for one of them.
Oh, Three Stooges.
That was one of them. It's not the first time that it wasn't the first time. It's
The
not going to
Three
be the last
Stooges movie?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
One of
no,
the
but,
latest
I think
ones,
I
at
never watched
least.
Three Stooges altogether.
yeah. Okay, but anyway. But that's what I thought about the movie. But how my brain works, I actually enjoyed the movie, and I got to be honest with you, I actually loved it. I actually loved the movie, which I was.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, I was surprised that I
John
loved
is
it.
easy to please.
I was
That's why I
surprised
hear.
that I loved the movie. It was because I personally thought that that I would have been fine if Dominion was the last film, but Gareth Edwards, I don't know what's about him that always impressed me. Whatever he does in terms of directing and always wanting to be entertained by what he does.
He's 5 for 5 for me.
Yeah, personally for
You've
me
seen
too.
The Creator?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen The
I
Creator.
didn't know you've
Yep.
seen it. Yeah.
I saw it opening night at the State Museum in IMAX.
So
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
yeah. I would say in terms of like Gareth Edwards films, like in terms of ranking, I think Creator still would be 1 for me. I think Rogue One would be 2. Godzilla would be 3. I'll probably put Monsters at 4. So I'll put them as
I would
put it as
say-
5th best with Rebirth on that one, because he really did impress me of how he directed and how it was done. And you're right, it felt like a 90s movie. It felt like going
It was
back
shot
to the
like a
basics,
90s
which
movie.
I was thinking to myself, this feels like going back to the original, and I like that. I like what
Mm-hmm.
they did there. Visually, you're right. Gorgeous, amazing. Amazing visual effects on the dinosaurs, and it looked great. Another thing that people thought that was kind of dumb was the family, which I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't mind.
I don't hate really. I don't think unlike some of the other movies, I don't think there's really a character in this that I hated, like
No.
and like unintentionally. Like obviously, there's a character in this who's basically just a corporate asshole. You could probably tell who it's. We're
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
already said the friend's not.
Yeah,
good.
Rupert Friend. Is actually in 2 movies as a complete asshole who gets his comeuppance. He's in Companion.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he gets stabbed in
Well,
the neck.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I really like Rupert Friend. He's a good actor.
But the actors.
But
who,
I do think, going back to the family, I do think they could have been woven better into the narrative of the film better. Because
Yeah,
I do
agreed.
think there's like 2 different films going on in this, and I just feel like they could have been tied together in a
Right.
better way.
I will say the family was way more annoying at first, and that got better. Especially
Yeah.
the boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the boyfriend, I thought, oh, this guy is gonna suck. Like, yeah, we're gonna have to spend an entire fucking movie with this guy. But he actually does grow fairly decently as a
Yes.
character.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
he's a lazy douchebag in the beginning, but he actually, you can tell like he actually does care about the girlfriend, and
Yeah.
he does have a few good scenes with the dad. So he's not a complete piece of shit like I originally thought he
Yeah.
was gonna be at the beginning.
Yeah, I started watching. It's like this guy.
Oh yeah, it's like this is gonna be like a Michael Bay Transformers type of thing where we're gonna be stuck for 2 hours with just a complete.
Michael Bay's
Pointless
directing a new
character.
Transformers movie.
Well, we don't. It's not confirmed yet. It's just rumors.
I love the baby Triceratops. I thought he was a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was Dolores?
Dolores,
Dolores
yeah.
was the name.
Which I heard something junk from Cody Leash, who reviewed this thing. He was very frustrated with the film. He liked what he was watching, but he was so frustrated that he was in the film and he's like, he was just there to sell toys. No, that's bullcrap.
Well,
he was not there to sell toys. That's
Cody Leach-
ridiculous.
I watch Cody Leach. He's I trust his opinion a lot. I don't disagree with him every time, but I think, yeah, he made a lot of good points in the review, and I do think that was why he was there. Like, because that's
Because that's what Grogu was there for.
studio thinking. Like,
I
that's
highly doubt they watched The Mandalorian. And
No, they
decided
probably
to put-
did.
well, they've
all
seen. It's not just
It's all those little
Mandalorian.
characters.
It's a trend that's going on where
Well,
they
yeah.
have to.
As far back as the Ewoks.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's the studio mindset when they see
We can
movies
bring in
like
a key
this.
character to sell toys.
Yeah, that's why they do that. Like that's been a thing for
Well, if that's
forever.
the case, please let me know, guys, that there is a toy, and then I will go up to Cody Leach and say,
Hook,
"Well,
line,
he
and
actually was
sinker."
right." But anyway, that aside,
Oh, I thought it was because you wanted a toy. I was like, hook, line, and sinker.
wow, okay,
It's up for pre-order on Target right now.
But
Stand target.
but I love the baby Triceratops. He was cute.
Well,
but-
it's named Dolores.
But yeah, I was.
We don't know for sure, but yeah.
But yeah, I was. I was very entertained, and this one definitely surprised me. this is definitely going to be like the list of surprising movies of 2025 because most people thought it was not going to be good, but
I
it
don't
turned to
think I
be
put it
it
in my
turned to be
rankings yet.
extremely entertaining, and I was very happy that I loved the movie, and I'm very happy to say I would like to rewatch it again when it comes out on Blu-ray or in theaters again. So, Gareth Edwards, you did good. You did good. So, please come back if you're going to do another one. If you come back and do
Yeah.
another one, bring him back, please.
Baby, come back. Yeah, I thought the movie was really good. There were a couple of things I would have changed, just pacing and issues and stuff.
Yeah.
And I definitely would have had the D-Rex back more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like the trailer was a lot more horror than the movie actually was.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like that was intentional, and
I wish it could have been
I've
more
had
of
a
horror
feeling
movie.
it wasn't gonna
Yeah,
be like, it wasn't gonna be like Alien Romulus or anything like that, where
Right, I was
they go
hoping, but-
heavy into it. But
Yeah. I will say it's probably Gareth Edwards' weakest film.
I could see that. Yeah.
I still really enjoy it though. Like, it's still a great movie.
Mhm.
I really like Scarlett Johansson. Mahershala Ali is always good.
Yeah.
This is my first time, I think, seeing Jonathan Bailey. He was pretty good.
Oh, Jonathan Bailey is charismatic as hell.
Yeah.
I really like him in this.
Yeah. I mean, look at what I'm wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Which he's amazing in,
yeah,
in that movie.
Yeah, I didn't. He came onto the scene like with mainstream people with Bridgerton, that
Okay.
Netflix show. I didn't watch it, but my family did. Yeah, Wicked I think is what's gonna make him like a huge like film star. But yeah, he's really good in this. He's basically the Ian Malcolm
Yes.
type in the film. Always giving like the common sense about science and nature
Yeah.
and all of that. Yeah, his performance is very good. He has several great moments, especially in that
Yeah,
scene
he
with
does.
the Titanosaurus.
I love his enthusiasm when he saw a dinosaur and he was going,
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. That was
This-
awesome.
in
I would have been
terms of,
excited
like-
too if I saw a dinosaur too.
And going back to that scene of like the wonder that pretty much every Jurassic Park movie has, I think this one has the better, like some of the better moments of awe and wonder
Yes.
compared to the others, where just a lot of the others just feel like it's just put in there just as a checklist, as a paint by numbers.
Definitely. Yeah.
This one felt a little more naturally put in.
More genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of my
Because it actually does have a point, because they had to retrieve the sample from one of those dinosaurs.
One of my favorite reviews I saw on Letterboxd was it was something like, the star of this movie was Jonathan Bailey in those slutty little glasses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Letterboxd reviews are always coming through.
They're
Oh, yeah.
always great.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the river scene was by far my favorite scene in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just so freaking intense. I loved it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was really like holding my breath for a minute. It was so intense.
Mhm.
And it's probably one of my favorite T-Rex scenes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'd say actually...
It might be my favorite.
Maybe second or third. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that the ending part of the first Jurassic World with the climax. I mean,
against the Indominus, yeah.
yeah, that had me cheering.
No, I'd say that my favorite scene is probably still the Spinosaurus fight in 3.
But it's so short.
I know it needs to be a lot longer.
And I'll talk about that in the rankings a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like the. Never mind.
Yeah. Overall, I think it was a really well-made movie.
It's
also
a step in the right direction
Yeah.
for the franchise after some really questionable decisions.
Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it. I've talked about it before. I haven't seen Monsters, but I'm also not the most outspoken fan of his the Godzilla 2014. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't know why.
I am.
Well,
I am
like
too.
it's good. I can tell that it's a great film. I
prefer King of the Monsters, though.
Yeah, I definitely
I think,
prefer King of the Monsters. to it.
2014 is like objectively is a better film.
Yes.
But King of the Monsters is made for like the fans of like the
Entertainment.
the Heisei era
I like that
of
one
Godzilla,
better than
like
the 2014 one.
the monster bash, you know,
Yeah.
what it destroy all monsters
Let
kind
them
of thing,
fight.
you know.
Yeah, I don't understand the hate against Volcano Monsters. I don't get the hate for it. It's really fun.
It's the Godzilla fan like film for like hardcore Godzilla
Oh, of course.
like fans, and that's probably why it didn't do as well as the first one, because the first film was more of like a smaller, but like it was more of a disaster film.
Yeah.
Either one's a
yeah,
step better than 1998.
Of course, we don't even need to say it out loud, but yeah.
I don't know. I know there's some people that really enjoy it. There's like a dedicated fan base. I've seen.
Those are called children.
I want to. It just had a re-release on 4K. I want to buy it and rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it since I was a kid.
I've got the
wow.
DVD. I haven't watched it in like 15 years.
4K, like, oh my god.
I think
The effects in that
really
film
funny.
didn't even look that great in '98. Let's be honest.
I really can't remember how it
The
looked.
effects in that
don't
movie are
remember
not
either.
that good.
I just remember that the design for Godzilla was ass.
It sucks.
I just really want to rewatch it now.
I remember that.
The
and I remember
4K
like,
Have
the
fun.
X
The
scene.
4K
That's
is
it.
just gonna make the effects look more dated.
I know. I can't wait for it.
And that movie rips off. That movie just straight up rips off scenes from Jurassic Park, like
does.
Well, yeah.
shamelessly.
Yeah, you're right.
That entire scene in the subway. You remember that scene where
No.
Godzilla lays eggs? Fucking Godzilla lays eggs. Get the fuck out of here! And gives birth to fucking mini velociraptors.
Yeah.
The only way it
Jesus
would have been better is
Christ.
if Michael Bay directed it.
No,
No. If you ask me
Michael
which,
Bay, stay the fuck away from Godzilla.
Yeah.
Just telling you that now.
and if you ask me, I prefer Rowan Emmerich over Michael Bay any day. Not even close. But anyway.
I don't know about that.
Oh no, no. He's
Michael
a way
Bay's go-
better director.
Michael
way
Bay's going to direct a sequel to Godzilla -1.
No,
How dare
That
you.
hurt me.
I still need to watch
I
that
would,
movie.
I would like Gareth Edwards to make a Transformers movie. How about
yeah,
that?
yeah.
How
I'd be
about
down for
that? That would
I
be
mean,
that'd be
Denis Villeneuve's
cool.
gonna be the next director of James Bond, so
Give us
Gareth
Gareth
Edwards
Edwards, doing a shit. Now Gundam. Give me a Gundam movie directed by Gareth Edwards.
I want Gareth Edwards to do an Alien movie.
that would
Hell,
be
That would
good.
be really
if
cool.
they ever decide to bring back, forget what I just said. I was gonna say because Del Toro is the reason why Pacific Rim worked.
Yeah.
But if they ever try to do it again and Del Toro doesn't want to do it, let Edwards do it.
Well, we have had major directors team up before.
Mm,
I
yeah.
think it'd be an interesting thing to find some sort of collaboration between Del
Yeah.
Toro and Gareth Edwards. That'd be a love child. I'd love to
That'd be
see.
fun.
I'll say one more thing as we're off topic.
uh,
I just thought of one for the DCU.
what?
After watching
For what movie?
After watching No Country for Old Men,
Uh,
the Coen brothers for Jonah Hex.
They would never do that. I mean, it'd be cool, but like realistically
Yeah, I don't
speaking, they'd
think they
never
would.
do it. Like they're very much into making their own projects and not
True.
like IP.
It would be cool.
I
to see,
can't
though.
even think if they've
I don't
even
think
done
they've
it.
ever-
They've even done it like
They
an
haven't.
IP movie.
They
They
haven't.
haven't. Like no, they don't. They
It'd be
don't
cool
do
to see,
that.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, but back to what you
Yeah,
thought
what
about the
were you
movie. So, what did you think?
no, I mean, I liked it. We've been saying it has its issues. I think that I was picking up on the pacing really bad. I don't know why. It's just there were times
It
where
does feel slow in the beginning.
well, like, it felt slow towards the beginning. By the time, okay, there's one person that we haven't talked about yet, Ed Skrein.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah, he was basically just like a one-off role that they threw in there
Yeah,
for like
he's
stakes.
the guy who dies.
Yeah, he
dies
dies
first.
almost immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that one, I was like, okay, I'm not. There were choices here that I wasn't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of that. Where I was like,
They just mooned him. He must be a rebel.
Man,
damn it.
stop.
Yeah.
No
stop.
one's even gonna laugh at that joke anymore.
No, Matthew, no.
I know.
The
I'm
Rebel
just here to
Moon
cause
joke.
chaos.
Who cares?
Oh, Matthew, just stop with your terrible puns.
There-
I'm just
Ay,
here
I
to make
mean,
people suffer.
not the that's a pun. It's just a Rebel Moon pun. That's lame even for you.
I'm just here to make people suffer.
Why? Why? How's that fun? But anyway.
Rebirth breaks away from the Jurassic Park formula big time versus the other 6 movies. All the other 6 movies have a lot of the same thing in common across every single one. There's always some sort of like some seizure or some heist going on where they had to rescue something or they are sent in to retrieve some data.
Yeah.
And that's like the only thing that carries over here compared to the other movies, along with that
It's
moment
very
of wonder.
similar in like structure to Jurassic Park 3.
Yes,
In
it had
many
a
ways, I
similar
think this
vibe.
is I said this in my Letterboxd review. For me, this was basically an improved version of Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Like it took what that movie fumbled, and I think this movie did better. Like
Yes.
not like amazingly better, but better.
Right. And I agree with that. Yeah. It definitely improved the third one. Absolutely.
Well, another thing where it breaks away is, and this was a unique change because I think they were just replaced, but this is the first movie where we haven't really had raptors.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
technically, those
Yeah, towards the end,
pterodactyl
yeah.
raptors, which
That-
were freaky.
Yeah, that's
One-
where I feel like
okay.
they were kind of replaced.
That's
but-
actually one of my favorite shots in this one, where the boyfriend is going to pee.
yeah, and
and
sneaking up
Where
on
there
him.
were raptors behind him sneaking up. He doesn't realize it. It focuses only on him. It keeps the dinosaurs out of focus in the background, and then the pterodactyl raptor mutant thing just comes in and eats them, and he's
Yeah.
just like, oh god, oh god.
And then he's immediately not having stream issues.
yeah. That got a big laugh out of my audience.
Yeah,
that
same,
would have been me.
same.
That would have been me. I've been like, no, do not move. Don't move.
Yeah. I'm
It was
dead.
such
I'm
a,
dead.
It's such
I'm
a good
dead.
moment.
Yep.
I think that it's unique how much they broke away from just the standard formula because
I
you can
think
break
it-
a lot of the movies down to that where this T-Rex scene happens throughout. There's normally like 3 different T-Rex scenes. There's normally like 4 or 5 raptor scenes, and it has the same relatively similar story structure for whatever the narrative is.
Yeah.
This broke off big time, and I feel like that was a major risk. And I think that it paid off in a lot of different areas. But for me, I would have liked to have, just as my own personal sense of entertainment, like what I like in a Jurassic Park movie, I would have liked to have the raptor scenes.
I feel like this stuck more
But-
to formula than like Fallen Kingdom or Dominion did.
Well, I just like, it's one of those, I'm struggling not to say it because it's always looked down upon whenever a fan watches something and says, this doesn't feel like blank. But this feels like it takes place in the world of in the universe of Jurassic Park, big time, and I'm a massive fan of that.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't have the same vibes as Jurassic Park or as Jurassic World, just because of what we see in it. It does something new, and it does it really
and
well. In my opinion.
I much appreciate new stuff. Like
Yes.
we already got Jurassic World was essentially like a half reboot, half sequel of the first one. I don't need to see that again. I want more new directions if you're going to continue the franchise.
Well, yeah, and like I really want to see this again because I think that it's just like the contrast in my mind is causing this dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
And I
can't
really
wait for
want to
Blu-ray.
rewatch it. What?
I can't wait for Blu-ray.
It's going to look gorgeous.
Yeah,
on Blu-ray.
I can't wait to rewatch it whenever it happens. If I go back to see it again or
Well, considering my screen's better than the Shelbyville screen.
yeah. No, I think that there's some distance there. I need to rewatch it because I think that it's just upon first viewing, it's more different from all the other movies for me in the franchise, and that's the reason why I'm not why I'm struggling talking positive about it, because I like it. I think that there was plenty of entertainment value to be found here. I think that it was well made. It looks really good. Hearing it, watching it in Dolby definitely changes the theater experience for it.
Yep.
Where but before I sat down to see Rebirth, I've been going to AMC. This is the first movie that I went to see at Alamo.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to see it at the Alamo last night.
Nice.
And it was a good experience. I like it. I've always enjoyed the Alamo. I went to the original one down in Texas, but I haven't been to one in like 10 years.
What'd you end up eating while you were watching it?
I got the Royale with cheese.
Okay.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got that and the grasshopper shake.
Yeah.
Um,
Because for those of you guys that
Wait,
don't
what's
know,
the
Alamo's a
grasshopper
restaurant, too.
shake?
it's cream de menthe and I forget what the other blend is, but it's basically like a mint chocolate smoothie or mint chocolate shake. Chocolate shake. It's good. I really like it.
If you
It's
guys don't
very
know,
shamrock
Alamo's also
shaky.
a restaurant.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And-
don't go there expecting like straight up restaurant service, because there are people
Oh,
that
no.
think that they just come and check on you throughout the movie.
I go to
they
the
don't.
I go to there's another dine-in theater that I go to sometimes. Has really good food. But yeah, just expect like normal restaurant like waiting times, like at least 30 minutes to 40 even.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but before I saw at the Alamo, I've been watching movies in Dolby at AMC. Well, normally when you go sit down for a Dolby movie at AMC, they have like a little featurette that they shot to promo an upcoming movie that's going to be featured in Dolby. And one of the latest ones was from Gareth Edwards, and it was about Jurassic World Rebirth, and they kind of teased like some of the sound design with Dolby. And I really liked my theater experience because of that. That moment of wonder where you hear the shrubbery rustling around and everything is a great moment, because everything is so like still other than that.
Yeah.
And I love it. I thought that it was a great movie. I'm struggling talking positively about it because of that dissonance. But no,
Right.
I think that was great otherwise. I'm a big fan of it. I want to rewatch it really bad. I think that I would love to see another movie in the Jurassic franchise from Gareth Edwards.
Yes.
Which
And-
I think the movie leaves open for.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't.
Which it did extremely well, by the way.
Yeah, it's doing-
$318 million in just 5 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't think it was going to do so well. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't either, yeah.
As we're talking sound design, just know, if you are someone who watches movies on your phone, I am judging you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I do it out of desperation, and even then, I try to say some things from my TV.
Yeah. Put me in a movie theater, you phone people.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go find my iPhone 4 and watch Interstellar just to spite you. I'm going to watch it in 20-minute segments in rush hour traffic.
I'm rewatching all the Christopher Nolan movies leading up to the new one. Which did you?
Oh yeah, I got the trailer.
Yeah, I can't wait. It looks good. It looks good.
It was so weird because when the movie started, it said your feature presentation. Then they played the teaser, and I thought,
They did the same
what's
thing
going
for,
on here? And then I saw the teaser, and for the audience, it was like, oh, that's how you hype up for a new Universal movie. Okay, now I see how it is. Then they play the movie. They never did that studio to the cinema. I never see anybody do that.
They actually did that for me when I saw Avatar 2, and they played the Oppenheimer teaser in front of that. They did a very
interesting.
similar thing.
Huh, interesting.
Hmm
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. And Tom Holland looks great.
Yeah,
He looks
as
amazing.
Telemachus.
I forgot that.
Telemarketer.
Bernthal?
Yeah, John Bernthal was in it. Like, in a Roman epic kind of setting, it's odd seeing him, but he's great.
You know what's really funny, though, about Bernthal? There was that meme several years ago. After Aunt May died, Peter went to live with Uncle Frank. And Punisher's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
What other thoughts do you have, Dylan? Or is that...
No, I mean, I liked it. I think that there was more to be desired from it.
Yes.
I would have liked to see
Yeah.
like I don't know. I think that it was missing like one additional scene. At least concerning like the dinosaurs themselves.
Yes.
For me personally, to have been satisfied with it upon first viewing.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it. I liked the design of the lab itself. I like how they played with the red and the shadows when it
Yes.
came to the
Yeah.
D-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Like I refuse to call it anything other than Belugasaurus. Ever since I first saw it, I was like, that thing's a beluga whale.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
but it's terrifying. Looking at it, it's like that's definitely a Gareth Edwards monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
always
like it.
red
I want to
lighting.
rewatch it so I can enjoy it more.
I always like
Absolutely.
red lighting.
Yes,
in
I love it. The amount that it was used here, and Gareth Edwards knows how to do those scenes well.
Yes.
Mhm.
I was really happy with it. I thought it was great.
I'm a big fan of using like red or orange lighting in a scene to like build up intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works really well. It can work really well when it's properly used.
I think
If
it can
it's not
be. I
overdone.
think it can be overused.
Yes,
Too.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Cinematography was great.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think we really talked.
We
about
talked. We talked about it. Like
Yeah.
this is shot by the guy who did. Shot by John Matheson, who is the DP on Gladiator 1 and 2. He did Logan.
that. Okay.
Oh, nice.
He's DP on some of my favorite movies.
I love Logan.
Yeah.
What-
Sorry, I had one more thought that kept coming to me throughout the certain section of the movie. When they're getting the pterosaur DNA, was that sequenced in like the design of the surroundings and everything?
Indiana Jones inspired.
No, I was getting AVP vibes.
I did not get. I got Indiana Jones vibes,
Same.
not AVP vibes.
Yeah,
Well,
I got
no.
Indiana Jones.
Like there, do you guys remember there was a scene where they had to like jump a gap
Yeah.
when
I know
they were
what you're
being
talking about.
chased
I
after by
remember
the
that.
xenomorph.
Yeah.
I was
no,
getting like that vibe
I
from
got
that
more
little
Indiana
section.
Jones.
Huh.
I did not think of AVP.
I was getting
either.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull vibes from like the entrance at the very top and,
Yeah.
and all that. So
Mm.
I get what you're saying about that.
Oh,
but
I was gonna
okay.
say if
I was
didn't
getting
get
AVP
alien
vibes right there at that ledge.
if I didn't get alien vibes,
Well, I figured that you guys wouldn't have gotten it because it was AVP.
well, I
But-
still like AVP.
Well, yeah, I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I was getting that vibe
I
for
like the
whatever
unrated
reason.
cut.
I don't
Yeah.
know why.
The unrated cut of AVP is so much better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
AVPR, on the other hand,
Let's-
No, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no, screw that movie. No, no,
moving on.
That movie legit pissed me off.
Yep.
as it should.
What else do you got?
No, I mean, no, that was basically it. I enjoyed it. We can
Star
Should we
move
go
on
in-
to the rest.
Should we go to ratings?
The
Yeah.
star ratings, yeah. Initially gave it a 5 based on my pure wonder. I'm gonna knock it down to a 4.
I give it
Okay.
out of 5 a 3.5. Like the movie did like what it needed to do for me. I wish it would have done more, but like as pure summer blockbuster, popcorn movie, I think it does its job. I don't think it goes further than that.
I give too many movies a 5 star, so I'm trying to calm down.
I like give it 5 out of 5 when I'm entertained by.
There we
So
go.
for me,
Well,
it,
there
it
it is.
worked. It worked for me.
Yep.
It's a 5 out of 5 for me. Like I said, it really surprised me. I was not expecting to be this surprised, but like I said, Gareth Edwards always seems to get me every single time when it looks like it's going to be
Well,
a good film. So there you go.
You usually don't expect to be surprised. That's why it's a surprise.
Oh, wait till I get to my ranking. Wait till I get to that.
Oh, no.
We'll see.
Which I need to go first. But anyway, Taylor, what's your rating?
Currently, I have it on Letterboxd out of 4. I think that'll be true after a second viewing, but personally, right now, it's a 3.5 for me. About 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're on
Okay.
par with both me and Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first on
I
the
might as well
rankings?
go first on this
All right.
one.
We're in danger.
Because I can guarantee you, Garrett,
probably the worst
your faces is going to be, oh boy,
Oh,
it's going to be interesting
Confirmed.
for
John's
you.
list is the worst.
Figured.
Well, you'll understand why once I get to the rankings here. Now, we did this, as we said during the recording. Ours is going to be very, very different. So this should
Yeah.
be fun.
It always is.
Yeah, it always
Well,
is.
we're gonna have the same number 1. Like,
Oh,
May-
totally. Yeah,
maybe?
I'd be stunned if,
Oh my
if
God,
it's not
dude.
if it's not the number 1. Yeah, but for intense moments, we'll find out what number 1 is later. The only thing that we were closest to the ranking was the Mad Max rankings, which again, Dylan, that was crazy that our list was so close. That was really good.
Well, there's only like 5 movies in that franchise.
True, but still, the fact we were the closest, that was pretty awesome. But anyway, number 7. Just like you, I was entertained by all of these movies, but still the least best.
I
for
got
me,
some
but,
stinkers.
But for me, still the least best for me is Jurassic Park 3. I feel like reading the production is a lot more funny than watching the movie itself.
I actually read more into that today before I came here. Apparently, the director literally wanted to flee the set because of how bad the production was getting.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Joe Johnston said that. Like, I was literally calling my agent, like, get me out of here. This is a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, they started script 5 weeks in the script, and then they just, like, toss it out, had to write another script, started shooting without a completed script.
And then rewrote the entire thing.
Yeah, rewrote the entire thing.
Hopefully that never happens to you. You're in the middle of a movie and you're like, I want to head out.
And also...
I've had close calls where I've been like, I want to just get out of here.
Yeah. And
I've had bad days on set before.
Yeah.
Don't split Dr. Grant and Ellie. Don't split that couple. That was a very stupid decision. Which I don't understand why you were doing it. In fact, I think one of the producers actually said
They were never together.
I bet I don't know why I don't know why the producers actually would say I don't look at them as a couple. They look weird to me. They were a great chemistry couple in the first movie. Come on now.
I feel it, but that was like the resolution at the end of the first movie, at the very end, when like he finally accepts like responsibility of kids, and it feels like that should lead to them being together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and there are some stupid things in the movie.
Oh,
but,
God, there's so many dumb things.
But as a stupid movie, I enjoy the stupid movie. Like, it's Jurassic Park.
It is like the shortest out of all of them. It's like
92
an hour and a half.
minutes while it cracks.
Most of the others are at least over 2 hours.
Yeah. So,
in fact, the other ones, with the exception, 4 of them, Fallen Kingdom, Lost World, the first one, and the First World, are all within like 3 minutes of each other.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're all ranged from like 204 to 207.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 92 minutes.
I think Rebirth is like the second longest.
Yeah, it is. And then
what's the longest?
Dominion.
Oh my God.
Well,
Fuck.
with both that one and the extended cut.
Yeah, 226 for the regular and 240
oh my
for the extended cut.
God. I cannot imagine watching an extended version of that movie.
I did.
I did too.
Nope, I can't do it.
It's the only version I've seen.
But even though it's a really stupid movie, I was very entertained by Jurassic Park 3. I still enjoyed the film. All right, number 6, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. I'm very surprised this movie does not get enough love from the fan base. I personally think it's one of Spielberg's underrated films.
Let's
I really
get this walking feast on the move.
I really do enjoy the movie. I thought the story-wise, it's very interesting.
I always forget Peter Stormare and Vince Vaughn are in it.
Yeah,
I know.
I
forget that all the time too.
Just random pop-ups in this movie.
That's crazy to me. Which I know Vince Vaughn's a very divisive actor, but he can
He's
be
a
really
good
funny.
actor.
He can be really funny at times.
I know someone that met him once.
He's misused. Like he's misused in a lot of movies.
Yeah, true.
I actually think he's pretty misused in this one too.
Yeah, someone I know met him and they were not impressed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
I see.
But that's one. But that's one person.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. But yeah, the more times I watch it, the more that I really like the movie more and more I appreciate it. And at the time, I thought Maya Moore's character was annoying, but rewatching it, I thought to myself, why did I thought she was annoying? I now kind of think she's kind of charming.
Who?
Maya Moore's character.
The daughter?
Huh?
The daughter or the girlfriend?
The girlfriend.
Oh,
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Julianne Moore, my bad.
Okay.
They both had the last name Moore. Julianne Moore, I apologize.
Wait, what's the...
Get it together,
Who's the actress who plays the daughter?
I
What's
wasn't,
her name? Is
I
her
wasn't
last name
familiar.
Moore?
I'm not familiar with the actress.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her in anything else.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll do some
Her
research
name
too.
is... Got it. Oh, Vanessa Lee Chester.
Yeah.
which I do not recognize. She's in a lot of 2000s movies that I don't even remember.
Yeah.
So,
But she's great in the movie. She's very charming in this movie. The only thing that but not bumps up higher for me is because it's very hard to not compare to the original. Like, you're gonna have to try to top off the first movie. That can be very difficult. If this was like the first movie, there was no need to compare to the first one because it existed, you can't help but compare it. But still, I love it. I still really enjoyed the movie. Rebirth is at number 5. Maybe like more times I watch it, this has potential to be higher. The more times I actually rewatch Rebirth, so I actually I do enjoy number 5. Okay, get your pitchforks ready, folks. Number 4, Jurassic World. Yes, I know. They had it the second best Jurassic Park movie. I get it, but I like the sequels a little bit more. I will defend it. Why?
You are the only person who I've seen have that opinion.
Reason why later.
Maybe my list isn't so bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But I'll get to the reasons why later. But this was a great welcome back to the franchise. Like, this was the very first Jurassic Park movie I saw in theaters with my dad. We went to go see it at Movie 8 in Greenwood. And Dad and I, we had a great time seeing the film.
Join us for a behind-the-scenes video as we roast John over a fire.
I just want to see what Paul's rankings of these are.
Well,
probably has the first one and last.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that would be really bad. But Jurassic World. But
Dominion
yeah,
number 1.
Yeah, Dominion number 1. Fuck me. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, and also don't get us started with this take on Wicked. God help us. But anyway, Jurassic World. I do love the movie. Chris Pratt is great. Bryce Edward Howard is great. The babysitter Shade, she's a stupid character. She is stupid.
Oh, yeah,
all she does is read on her phone, call her phone.
But she gets a gnarly death.
Nothing.
Yeah,
She gets a
Yeah,
gnarly
great
ass
She doesn't
death.
deserve what happened to her.
No.
Lena Luthor.
Oh no, she deserved it. When I
Wait,
saw her,
that's
she got eaten
wait,
by a
what?
dino
That's
shark.
Lena
I was
Luthor
like,
from
yes,
Supergirl.
you deserve to
really?
die.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was great seeing her getting eaten by. I thought it was great.
Brutal.
So, I'm
John
sorry.
is vicious
She did
today.
not deserve that at all.
She was lazy. She was a lazy character.
The kids
That means
left
you
her
should-
in the middle of a
that
crowd
means
on
you should-
purpose. Like,
That means you should get torn apart by pterodactyls
Yeah,
and get eaten by a fucking mosasaurus.
I thought I was the villain of the podcast.
what the heck?
Man.
Yeah,
Well,
you've made some Anakin type comments. What the fuck?
There's a difference between character and actual life character.
What?
Character-wise, she is kind of a villain, or she's kind of dumb.
No.
No, she's not.
In real
not.
life, in real life, Matthew, you are the villain.
At least you recognize game.
Hell.
John's on some crack today.
Well, well, I'm sorry. When I watched it for the third time, I thought to myself, "Wow, she's a lot more stupider than I remember."
I mean,
she's-
this movie
she's
is
not-
full
she's
of
not
stupid
terribly smart,
characters.
but, like-
the movie's full of dumb characters.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
Chris Pratt and the rest are not.
Vincent
I mean-
D'Onofrio.
But
I mean, I love Vincent D'Onofrio, but he's an idiot in
Yeah.
this fucking thing.
well, the kids are not the main characters, like the other characters are, like Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard. So there you go.
The kids are the B plot. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, still. But yeah, but Jurassic World, it's great. It's excellent. It is a great reboot to the franchise, and so I actually enjoyed this one. Okay, here we go. This is where the reason why I needed to go first on this one. So, yeah, so unfortunately, I do have the other well, not unfortunately, I had the sequels ahead of them. So here we go. Number 3, Fallen Kingdom. Look.
So Dominion's in second.
I know that people said this movie is depressing. This movie is dark.
That's
This
not
doesn't
my
be-
issue with the movie.
This movie does not belong in the
Dylan's
franchise.
not high enough for the.
I don't agree with that.
I don't think most people's issues with the movie is that it's too depressing. I don't think that's the reason.
Well, personally, for me, I mean, I seen it in theaters twice, and I watched it twice at home. So I watched this thing 4 times. I still don't understand the hate it gets for this movie. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I love the movie for what it was. It was very entertaining. I love the dinosaur action in this movie. The girl is adorable. very charming in the movie. And the villain's goal, that makes sense. It makes sense for the villain's goal is to
What?
actually do auctions of the dinosaur. It makes sense.
Do you know what makes more sense? You getting eaten by a dinosaur.
Hey, 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 hey. Respect my ranking. Shush.
No, I'm good.
Life finds a way.
But yeah, I will defend Fallen Kingdom with a passion. I still love the movie, and I still don't understand the hate for this movie whatsoever.
After this episode, we're gonna use some CGI to put you in place of the goat. What's gonna happen to the John?
No, you
Yeah.
will not. No, you won't.
Watch me. I'm gonna post that. What's gonna happen
And,
to
and you have
John?
to at least admit that the climax between Boo and the dinosaur is a great climax. You had to at least admit that was a great way to
You
end
know,
it.
You know what? I'll talk about it when I get to mine.
Okay.
I actually do agree with you there.
Thank you.
I actually do
Thank
agree.
you. Thank you. So there you go. But I had that Fallen Kingdom at number 3. So yeah, number 2. Trust me, the original is not number 2 because that will be blasphemy. So, but Jurassic World Dominion, yes, it's number 2 on the list. And let me explain why.
Oh
No. Let me explain why.
Anybody got some duct tape?
I love it that the
He's got the tape
original
next to him. Right.
characters came back to this franchise with the cast of the Jurassic World movies. I love them being all together in this movie.
Hey
and
Garrett, there's some tape right there if you need it. Just
you're
I'm
not
looking
doing
at it
tape.
right now.
No, we're going to take. Goodbye. No.
Can we still
no.
request that people get their mics turned down?
No. We're not doing that crap again. We're not doing that crap again. I hate it when you do it on season 1. We're not doing it again. For people, this for me is a very misunderstood plot for the movie. Oh, the movie is about
Matthew, come on.
No, this movie is about locusts. This is not about Jurassic World. You're wrong. No, it's not. It is about Jurassic World. It's about trying to get the dinosaurs back alive, and the locust was like the back plot. Okay, that's what it was. And there is some very funny callbacks to the original, which I love. And also, even the fans were having a great time seeing the movie. Like Matthew, you and I went to see on opening weekend. Fans were having a great time when they saw Dr. Alan Grant. Yes, you did. When they saw Dr. Alan Grant and Ellie on the same screen, they were clapping. They were actually excited to see him again on screen.
Dominion actually has a higher cinema score than Rebirth.
it does.
Surprisingly.
Oh, it does?
Like I was stunned by that.
I didn't know that.
Like A- for Dominion and Rebirth has a B. I don't understand that at all.
Huh. Interesting. I personally would have got a higher than a B for Rebirth, honestly. But it's also one of the more polarizing Jurassic Park movies on the list. Like critics hate it, but audiences enjoyed it. So it was a very polarized movie in 2022. Woo! Yikes! And the extended cut, that's the cut I recommend you watch. It got more dinosaur action, including the opening sequence in the movie theater. That was awesome. Great opening sequence of that film. Where was that in the theatrical version? Which I thought.
What's even in the extended that's not?
It's like
in
a whole new
theatrical?
opening. And
Wait, is it the opening with like the dinosaurs, like in the prehistoric time?
Yeah.
Because I saw that. That wasn't in the movie.
No, that was in the extended cut only.
That was okay. When I went to see Fast and Furious 9 in 2021, they literally showed like an extended preview for that, and it was that scene.
Yeah.
In IMAX before
There's that and a couple
F9.
other scenes
Why
with
did
the
they
main
cut that
character.
out? That was a pretty good. That was a good intro. Like
And then there was some other scenes. I think there was some extra scenes with the main 6 together. Or
Yeah.
5 or whatever.
Yeah. And also, and Garrett, you weren't part of the podcast at the time, but I had it at number 10, best films 2022. So,
really.
Yeah, and Matthew had it on the list too.
We didn't do 2022.
Yeah, we did. We did it in season 1.
It was like the
okay.
first
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it was
you and I
after.
did put Dominion on the list.
It wasn't New Year's because
Yeah.
we hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Because we started around January 15th.
February, yeah.
Yeah. And you and I did have Dominion on the list.
Yeah.
So,
It's moved down my list.
I hope so.
I stand by my list.
Stand
so.
by me. Stand by
But yeah,
me.
Dominion, I will always love it with a passion, and that will always be my second favorite Jurassic Park
Can
movie.
we just save? Well, now we know what number 1 is.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, of course. I mean, of course, number 1, my top 10 greatest movies ever made. Jurassic Park. I mean, what could be said is already said before. Iconic characters, amazing visuals, amazing directing from Steven Spielberg, the GOAT. Iconic characters, so many iconic moments, like you crazy son of a bee, you did it stuff, and it's just wonderful, wonderful casting. And the kids are adorable in this movie, very charming. Very weird that Cisco and Ebert thought that the dinosaurs were the only interesting part, but not the characters, even though they liked the movie. But that was 90s critics. What are you going to do? But the OG will always be number one, and it's not even close.
I guess I'll go next.
I've already had
Oh,
yeah, I already got it up.
Okay.
Because I want to say the one thing before I forget.
Okay.
So in last place is 3.
Oh, really?
It's not my favorite in the
Oh,
slightest.
yeah.
Best part is the Spinosaurus. Like that's the only thing.
Alan.
That's the only thing that's really
Oh
got.
yeah,
Oh my
the tree
God.
sequence.
You
Yeah.
forgot
That
to bring.
also was pretty
You
stupid.
forgot to bring that up.
Oh yeah,
The
Alan.
infamous
Alan.
The Spinosaurus fight was really the only thing I had going for me. I didn't really care
Yeah.
for 3 at all.
It's a pretty hollow movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush through this. Fallen Kingdom is next. It's just not good in my opinion. Like the creative choices didn't make sense to me.
There's so many baffling decisions made
The thing
in
that
movie.
made sense the most was the island, like the volcano.
That's about the only thing for me, really.
If they would have focused just on the volcano aspect and made that the whole movie, it would have been a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Trying
what
to
most
save the
people said.
dinosaurs before it was too late.
Or just choose one. Like,
Yeah, try
God.
to focus on saving a species or two. That would have made a lot better movie. Yeah, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are still great in it.
I feel like their You know what? Actually, their chemistry was fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it was great, but it was fine. You can tell that.
Justice Smith is annoying.
Oh my God.
I disagree.
And I like
love him
you
in
know
this movie.
I
He
like
is
him.
funny.
I like him a lot more now that I've seen him in like stuff like I saw the TV Glow where he's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But in this one, hell no.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
completely
God.
disagree. He is hilarious in
He-
this movie. I'm
he
sorry. He did not
annoyed-
deserve that Razzie nomination.
He
at
kept
all.
screaming the entire movie.
That's
it was
what makes
so
it
bad.
funny, though.
No.
It's not funny. It's just annoying.
Yeah,
Number 5 is The Lost World.
Hmm.
Like John actually had a good point for once. If it didn't,
For what?
if
That's
it
bullcrap.
didn't follow the original, it would be a lot better.
Yeah. Hmm.
If the original hadn't set such a high bar, it would have been a lot better. Of a
And it's
movie.
by the same writer
Right,
and
yeah.
director.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better. Yeah,
It just proves that lightning doesn't always strike
Right.
twice when it comes, even when the same team's involved.
Jeff Goldblum as the lead made me happy. Jeff
I'll
Goldblum is a
talk
very
about more.
Jeff Goldblum is a very charismatic actor.
Hmm.
He could definitely lead like a TV church if he wanted to.
That's true.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
You see it too?
I
like
see
a
it.
Joel Osteen type.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hired
could
to
do
play
it.
the wizard in the Wicked film, so he was
Yeah.
great in that one too.
Dominion is 4, just because I don't like it overall as a film anymore. The things that make it stand out the most and why it's so high on my list is the original cast together with the new one, and it has my favorite shot in all the franchise,
What's that?
where Bryce Dallas Howard is in the water
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
dinosaurs
yeah.
like growling
Oh,
from the
that
top.
that is a good shot.
That is
yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah. It is
Camera
a
work can go
great
a long
scene.
way in influencing my rankings,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's my favorite
It
shot
is
in
a
the
great
franchise.
scene, absolutely.
Jurassic World is number 3.
Wow. Ooh.
That's not that surprising.
I actually thought it would be number 2.
Yeah, that's the surprise. Was number 2.
Mm.
Jurassic World. They made it work. Like
Mhm.
they brought a franchise back from the dead.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of it was borrowed from the first movie, in a
Mhm.
way, it was more of a continuation / reboot, or
Yeah.
remake, I should say.
Mhm.
But like I said, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are great in it. They brought back B.D. Wong from the first movie,
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot to bring him up.
who also
I'm
played
sorry.
Hugo Strange on Gotham.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
it?
Oh right, yeah,
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
good in that one,
it's
too.
a good movie. I like what they did with Blue.
Yeah, Blue is cool.
Yeah, I really like Blue, and we got that was the first time we got the Mosasaurus,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's a good film. This was the first one I saw in theaters, obviously, so there's a special place in my heart for that. Rebirth is 2. I just really enjoyed it. I think it could vary between 2 and 3. I think those could bounce back and forth. But just the horror elements, the T-Rex scene, like
Yeah.
it's just Gareth Edwards is my third favorite director. It just hit in all the right ways. It could have been better, but it's still hitting all the right ways. And then of course the first one, number 1.
Yeah,
I guess.
Nothing else to say.
exactly. Nothing else.
So I guess I'll go next.
I bet I know what's in last place.
Top 3. My top 3. The top 3 in my list. The only ones I really enjoy in this franchise are my top 3. The bottom 4, I just straight up don't like to hate. So yeah, number 7. You probably guessed it, Dominion.
I do be in last
I just
place.
cannot. I can't stand. Like this is the first time like where I just literally was like, I feel like most of the movies have redeeming qualities in it that like, I could get behind. Like, I might not like the movies, but I at least got a kick out of like some of the sequences. Not with this one. This film bored me. This film is a giant mess. It has no idea what to do. It combines all these ideas into one and is so goddamn messy and convoluted. I am not a fan of the Locusts. I feel like it completely detracts from the point of what people wanted from the franchise, and I feel like even the bringing back of the old cast didn't do much, and I just feel like it was just a waste of potential all around. And yeah, I will never watch this movie again.
I feel sorry for you, Garrett.
I will never watch the extended cut because I just don't feel like watching this ever again. So number 6, Fallen Kingdom. There are parts of this movie I do like. Most of it is in the third act. I actually do really enjoy like when it almost becomes a haunted house movie with dinosaurs. Yeah. And I kind of like that. Like, it's something new and refreshing a little bit. The rest of the movie, fuck no. The rest of the movie is just so dumb and filled with so many stupid choices and so many stupid characters. Some of the dumbest characters that I've ever seen in this franchise. And that's saying something, because a lot of the characters in this franchise are stupid, and that's part of the point. But it got to the point where it was just not fun anymore, and the first act is just really boring. The second act is just gets really dumb and boring with the volcano and everything, and it was just not enjoyable for me. And that ending, I was like, are you serious? Not just the clone thing with the whole clone thing. That was just dumb and out of nowhere. It had no place in the movie at all.
I already depended, so whatever.
Completely didn't need to be in this movie. But the ending, yeah, the fact that the world gets taken over by dinosaurs, and it's because of a little girl who just like, I feel bad for them. No.
Wow, you have no soul, Garrett. No soul.
When in doubt, shoot the little girl.
It's not that I don't have a soul. I have fucking logic. And this movie doesn't
well,
have
you're
that.
a filmmaker, so.
No.
Garrett is Spock confirmed.
What?
That's a Garrett is Spock confirmed. You have logic.
Fallen Kingdom sucks.
Fallen Kingdom is great.
Number 5, Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, the movie is pointless. It really is. It's an hour and a half. It's so simple to the point where it's just kind of like, what was even the point of this? There's fun sequences for sure. The Spinosaurus is cool. I like the stuff with that. But the movie is it's a disjointed mess. It really is. And
there's one likable character.
Nothing goes anywhere really. The whole thing with that Billy character stealing the eggs, that was pointless and added up to nothing.
Alan is the only likable character.
Yeah, pretty much. I hate all the other characters in this. They're annoying.
They were
Um,
unnecessary,
And
but
that ending where a guy just shows up in a suit on the beach.
yeah, they had no ending.
Why?
Like, what in the world?
Yeah, just it's bad.
Here's
Jurassic
the
Park
ending. We
3,
saved the people. Roll credits.
Yeah,
Just-
really goes
Wow.
nowhere. So yeah, number 5 is Jurassic Park 3. Number 4 is Lost World. Yeah, there's a lot there. I tried giving this movie a chance again, and I didn't really like this movie as a kid, and I still don't like it now. The movie is just filled with a lot of, again, stupid choices involving the characters. I don't think that Ian Malcolm works for me as the main character in this. I just don't really think that. I don't think he's leading man material. Not that Jeff Goldblum isn't. That Ian Malcolm isn't. I just don't think he's that likable of a character. At least not to carry a whole movie on his shoulders. Yeah, there's good sequences, especially the one with the trailer falling off the cliff.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Yeah.
great. The ending is fun with the T-Rex running through San Diego.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Jinx,
fun.
you owe me a hamburger.
I like it. I like it because it's like a Godzilla movie, and I like Godzilla movies. But yeah,
There goes
I
San
just don't.
Diego.
I just don't like the script is very convoluted and messy, and it's yeah.
That was another one that was based on a book too.
It's a very mixed bag, and I don't really like it that much even now.
I want to listen to the book. I heard the book's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, I am curious how different it is. Number 3 is Rebirth. Now
Okay.
we're in the ones I actually do enjoy. Yeah, Rebirth is not great or anything, but I do enjoy it. Like I said in the review leading up to this, and yeah, it's a solid, just a fun popcorn movie with dinosaurs. Number 2 is going to be Jurassic World, the first one. It does, like Matthew said, it does feel like it is a little derivative of the first movie, but I feel like it was a good update, and it did enough for me to make my 15-year-old brain happy, with all the stuff involving the T-Rex and all the raptors and stuff. Jurassic World did it. All it had to do was, do give people what they wanted at the time, and I think it still does. Jurassic World might be paint by numbers, but it's a good paint by numbers. So, and then of course number 1, it's the original. Nothing will ever touch it, and nothing ever will. So, or nothing has touched it, and nothing ever will. So, it's perfect.
I've been kind of looking forward to your rankings, Dylan, and see how yours is going to
Yeah.
be.
Dylan has 3 at number 1.
Yeah,
How'd
that'd
you
be
know?
insane.
Well,
I feel like that would be Paul's reason to have Jurassic Park 3 at number 1, just because it's the shortest one. Like,
Right.
Because he hates long movies. I feel like his only reason for that being number 1 is because it's shorter.
I convinced him to watch a movie, and now he's backed out of it.
Why?
The Human Condition.
What is that?
It's a Criterion movie,
Oh,
but it was released in 3 parts. It's a 9.5-hour movie.
I'm sorry, what? No.
I was like, it's a,
No,
I
dude,
told him like the plot details. He's like, that sounds really good. I want to watch that with you. I'm sold. I was like, yeah, it's 9.5 hours. He's like, F no.
You should have told
that's
him.
long
You should have
even
just been
for
like,
me.
"Hey, get over to my place early."
Like, I understand why it was. What? I need to look this up.
It's about a pacifist and part of the Japanese that joins World War II, and it's like him dealing with the war and stuff. He's like a conscientious objector, and he ends up joining the war anyway.
Oh, like Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think it goes through like the entire war in the 9 hours.
Man.
You know what he should? You don't even what he should do. He should treat this like as a mini series. Like watch the
Yeah.
first hour, then the next day watch the second one, then the next
Or
day
just
watch
watch
the third. Like treat it as
each
a
part-
TV show.
Just watch each part like its own movie.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be a madman when I first watch it. I want to watch it all at once.
Why? Just why?
He likes wall movies, Gary. Give him a pass.
I don't have the time for that.
But anyway, Dylan.
I watched the Standal in one shot. That's 6 hours.
yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, go ahead. Get to your rankings.
Well, there's going to be one thing on my list I think that is going to be a surprise, and it's pretty early on. So other than that one, I'm not too worried about it.
So Jurassic Park is not your number 1. It's number 7.
Hold on.
Very funny.
Yep.
My number 7 is Jurassic Park 3.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
For me,
I'm the only one who has Dominion in last. Wow.
yeah, you are.
That's depressing.
No,
I guess Garrett comes Dominion over us.
no,
Thank you.
For me, the saving factor of Jurassic Park 3 is like the weirdness of it, and other than that, it's the pterodactyl scene in the habitat.
The birdcage, yeah.
Yeah, the birdcage scene is the only other part that really saves it for me.
It feels so like episodic, where like nothing really leads into each other. It's
No.
just like
Random
Go-
ideas thrown together.
this happens,
Yeah.
this happens, this happens, and this happens, and yeah, it's just nothing leads into one
Yeah.
another.
The rest of it's not great. I wish that there would have been.
Feels very video gamey.
Yeah, it's just it's really everything feels ham-fisted for the most part. I think that I'm a fan of William H. Macy in the stuff
Yeah.
that I've seen him in, so I was
He's
happy with him
wasted
here.
here.
It's just a lot of everything else involving the writing in the movie. It's not great. It sucked. Nothing
no.
made a whole lot of sense. Where it was like, for example, she went from a boring life with her husband to this guy that immediately was like, "I'm going to take your son to Jurassic Park illegally."
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
What?
it's you add a layer of logic over the rest of the movie, and then nothing else makes sense.
Yeah.
All this stuff is like, this is like
You can tell
Ruth
that
Bader
they-
Ginsburg or
You
whatever
can
whatever
tell-
those machines are called.
yeah.
Where it's like none of that, nothing else should have happened at this point. Like math isn't mathing here.
I'll take Tia Leone and Bad Boys any day over this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everything else that in like
She
that's
is
saying
re-
something concerning the sequels. But
She has what I call Kate Capshaw syndrome from Temple of Doom, where she is just screaming every scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she does
So
agree.
annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's to me, it's the stupidest movie in the entire franchise.
Yeah,
Easily.
but you know,
But-
it's funny that you said video game because there actually was a video game that
Yeah,
was actually coming out before
Operation-
Jurassic Park 3. It was Jurassic Park Danger Zone for PC, which I used to play that game so many times when I was a kid.
Huh?
And there was also
Hmm.
Jurassic Park Dinosaur Battle. They were both 2000s PC games, and both of them I have fond memories of playing those PC games. So.
There's definitely some good Jurassic Park video games out there.
Oh, sure,
I haven't played the
absolutely.
Telltale one, but I want to.
I want to play the Telltale, and I got Lego Jurassic World. I haven't played it yet.
I like that one.
I love the Lego games.
I wasn't a fan of when they introduced the voices in it, but no.
I love like Lego Batman 3, Lego Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
I did buy Lego Jurassic World for only $4.99 on the PlayStation 5 store.
Yeah.
they
So-
I saw that.
So-
I got Lego DC Supervillains, the deluxe edition for $6.99.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's a really good deal.
Yeah.
No,
All right, but yeah, what's that number 6?
Number 6. This is the one that's surprised. This is the one that you guys are going to be mad at me for. I want to watch it a second time, but
Rebirth,
Rebirth
yeah.
is currently my 6th.
Okay.
Whoa.
Because I think that the more I watch it, the more I'm going to enjoy it.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's the same thing as Rogue One. Rogue One was one of my least favorite Star Wars movies. But the more that I watch it, the more I enjoy it. I think that it's just the filmmaking. But I don't know. I want to enjoy it more. There's definitely room for it to grow, but currently it's at 6.
Can you smell the judgment?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think that this is the one that was the one that you guys were going to judge
Yeah.
me on.
Rogue One's more of an issue than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's replaced Revenge of the Sith.
Rogue One is in my top half now.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
I've watched, since I've been
Quality
watching.
of filmmaking, it has replaced Revenge of the Sith.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It really is. It's one of the best, and
Yeah.
I'm totally succumbing to the idea of it being the best Star
Yeah.
Wars film that we've gotten.
Yeah.
But that's a different thing.
And it led
Um,
to the best Star Wars series ever.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get stuck talking about it.
Yeah. Moving on from Star Wars.
Number 5 is Fallen Kingdom.
Mm.
I don't like how it feels disjuncted or no whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disjointed.
Yeah, it's it kind of goes from place to place to place, and it makes those leaps in the narrative where it's like, this doesn't fucking make sense.
No.
And there are a lot of moments that I like to laugh at it in not a good way.
Like the that one part where the Indoraptor like smiles, like literally smiles. You remember that where the guy's like trying to steal something from it, and it literally like opens.
Yes,
side.
when he's in the cage. Yeah. I was like, this is.
It's a little much.
Like,
I mean, it's not quite like Alan level. But
Right. Like there's
that
silliness
was just
to-
like, what the hell were you smoking? Like when you wrote this.
It was just it.
Dylan could probably pinpoint what it was.
Not to speak about Star Wars again, but everybody was like, I'm so upset that Colin Trevorrow didn't get to do episode 9, but I read that
Honestly-
script. It wasn't great.
honestly,
And watching the Jurassic World movies, it's like after Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, it really isn't great. I don't
Like, after I watched Dominion, I was like, oh, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah,
I'm kinda
yeah.
glad that he didn't get Duel of Fates.
No,
Well, maybe
there were
did he
there were
write,
things that
did
were
he write
better
the
in it.
script for Duel of Fates? Did he write the script for
Yeah,
it? Okay.
he was the main guy writing it.
I like the lightsaber guillotine.
I like the lightsaber guillotine, guillotine. I like the double blade saber. I like a lot of different choices that he did, but for
Now-
the most part, it's not a great script. It was not good.
read
Now,
it.
I'll say this about Fallen Kingdom, like, because it's directed by Jay Bayona, who otherwise is a great director. The movie does have a lot of like his style, especially in the third act where it goes to like the haunted house stuff.
yeah,
I like everything. Most of the stuff surrounding that. Other than that, like, no.
Well, like I like the third act just because of the interactions between the humans
Because
and the
it doesn't
dinosaurs.
feel
and
like
I
any of the other Jurassic Park movies.
No,
and
it's
I
what
like that.
helps it stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how that entire sequence plays out. It's
Like
just
it's
I don't know.
like it's one dinosaur in the house that's in a house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
love
I've
it.
not seen
I love
any
it.
of
It's
his other
creepy.
projects.
Oh, he directed a really great Spanish horror film called The Orphanage.
Yeah, I've not seen any of these.
A Monster Calls, which is good. Yeah,
Society
like
in the Snow is supposed to be really good.
yeah, he's a great director. Like
The Impossible, I don't know what that is.
yeah, The Impossible is about Hurricane. I think it's Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie. The Impossible is a great movie.
Yeah, I've not seen any of those movies.
Hmm.
And Fallen Kingdom obviously is supposed to serve as the jumping off point for Dominion. And that's kind of the point that I reached out to it, where I was like, okay, I'm okay with a lot of the issues that happen just because of this is supposed to set up a third movie. Not to speak about the third movie about itself, but like that's what the point of a lot of it was. A lot of it was to just like be a bridge. So the cloning of the girl was whatever. It kind of harkens back to a line from the first movie.
The fact
kind
that
of.
the fact that they pay so much attention on that is just so stupid to me. It
Yeah.
literally means nothing to a character that we just met in this movie, and they're acting like it's a twist that has been built up for like years, and it's not.
Well, like
Fucking dumb.
Oh, that's the part of where like it's bridging a gap where it's like it should have been said that she is a clone until the third one.
And what does it change? Like, what does it mean? Like for the story, it really doesn't mean anything.
The way I see it is playing into how it like ends the movie, how she sets the dinosaurs free and everything. That it plays into like she is also the last of her kind.
Oh my god! I
and,
just remember the fucking line that she says why she did it. They're alive like me.
Yeah, that
When
was fucking stupid. The wording was dumb.
When I saw that in the theater for the first time, I literally did a facepalm. Like I grabbed my face. Like, did I just fucking hear that?
It
Did I
could have
just
been
hear
said
that?
better, 1,000%.
It-
That was the
There's
phrasing there
no-
was fucking stupid.
You couldn't have thought of a better fucking line for that?
Right.
Oh my god.
I'll bring up Star Wars now because I think it was the same year. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, it's that level. of
There could have
writing.
been a better way to write it for
Oh
fucking
my
sure.
fucking
Number
god.
19-2?
Fallen Kingdom was 18, I thought. But
Yeah,
it was
18.
one of the two
So
for
yeah,
sure.
somehow Palpatine in Return was inspired by this.
Yeah,
It's bad. Oh, it's
guys,
so bad.
I already defended
being written at the same time. I can tell you that.
I already defended this.
Was it the
movie,
same
guys.
writer writing that same line?
Well, we're talking about it.
Colin
Let's talk
Trevorrow got
about it.
credit for Tross, but only in Soul.
Okay.
But like it was written last fucking second.
Yeah.
So it was written when Fallen Kingdom was coming out, basically.
Yeah.
I
No,
already defend this movie, so I don't care. Go ahead.
I'm a fan of the sequels. Don't get me wrong. I like them. I enjoy them. They're entertaining. But
Okay.
four is Dominion.
Yeah.
I've only watched the extended cut. I think that it adds a little bit to it for me personally.
Yeah.
I have a little bit less issue, but it
It
does
felt-
create some pacing issues.
Oh my god.
I assume that the pacing issues weren't great to begin with.
They weren't.
When I first saw, like, I've only seen the movie once. I don't. Yeah, that's the only time. Like, it felt so long when I
Yeah,
saw
I
it. Like,
believe
oh
it.
my
I believe
God.
it.
That's why I don't want to watch an extended version, because I just don't feel like watching a longer version of that.
Well, like watching an extended cut, I feel like it's supposed to help with the pacing because it's supposed to flesh out some other scenes where you can tell that there's something missing. In my opinion, that's the main reason why I like watching extended cuts. But like, if the pacing wasn't great with the extended cut, and I thought that it wasn't bad with the extended
pacing
cut.
was horrible. in
It must
the
have been
version I
worse
saw.
with the original. Yeah,
was.
for sure. No, I like the extended cut a bit. Dominion gives me one of my favorite shots in the entire franchise, and it's recreating the icon of Jurassic Park
Oh.
at the
Yeah,
very end
Totally.
between.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that little moment, even though it's like supposed to. It's a little.
To me, that's just fan service.
Yeah,
It
it's too
doesn't
fan
mean-
servicey
doesn't
for it to
mean
be
anything.
like clever or anything like that. But like, I still like the fan service.
It's basically just the equivalent of going, see what we did there.
Yeah, no, it was for sure. But like, I liked it. Like, it was too fan servicey for it to be enjoyed to its fullest
Good fan
extent.
service to
but-
me. Good fan service to me is when it has a really good story to back it up.
Yeah.
Or,
Everything else wasn't
Doctor Sleep, for me. Doctor
Romulus.
Sleep is a good. Yeah.
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 I
Not
still
with
have not watched Doctor
not with Dominion. Nope.
No. Dominion doesn't
I
have
heard- I
enough
heard,
payoff
yeah.
for it to have something like that. But it's still entertaining, pretty entertaining for me. I really like the moments when we have all six together. I like how it ties up a lot of the loose ends. I like the introduction of that new. I don't want to call it. I forget what
by
to
the
call it, but
way-
the new Predator, the new
The giant ostrich.
yeah, the one that uses echolocation.
Yeah.
That one. I love that. That was cool.
Does anyone remember when the director was building up the main enemy dinosaur in this, and he kept comparing it to the Joker? Like,
what?
No, I'm serious.
I don't remember that.
No, I think it was Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah.
He literally was saying like, "Oh, this dinosaur is gonna be like our Joker." Like, what does that even mean?
What?
Like,
That's bad.
it's a fucking dinosaur
That,
that
I
eats
see what you did
people.
there.
Like,
Wait
what
a
do you
minute.
mean?
Wait
Like,
a second.
that was what made me realize, oh, this movie's gonna suck, and I was right.
Wait a
That sounds-
second.
You
That's
gotta
really-
look that
that's
up.
really what he
No,
said?
I'm
That's
serious.
Stupid.
I know it's so dumb.
Colin Trevorrow, I am nothing but respect for you as a director, but you're comparing a space age to a human being. What in the world?
Dude doesn't know what a Joker
supervillain.
is.
What is the Joker? The dinosaur doesn't laugh. The dinosaur doesn't smile. Like,
Turns out there's a deleted scene where the
dinosaurs,
raptor
like,
hit
introduce a little
Dominion.
anarchy.
No, I was gonna say where that raptor's like dancing down the stairs or something. Like what the fuck?
I don't think I'll get over that. What Colin Trevorrow just
What
said.
the
I
fuck,
don't
no,
think I'll-
man?
I literally got the article
Hold
right
on,
here.
I want to read this. I'm going to read this now.
Just
Hang
read
on.
the headline.
Okay. I wanted.
This came out before the movie, like 2 months before the movie did.
I wanted something that felt like the Joker. It just wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Wow.
Like,
What?
Hey,
I,
You're really not.
it's
okay.
stupid.
First of all, Colin Trevor, those are two completely different franchises, so screw that. That is crazy.
A dinosaur wants to watch the world burn. Okay.
I mean, like I said,
Okay.
I love Jurassic World Dominion, but Joker is a far superior movie than Dominion. It's
What?
not even close.
There's just
I
no
don't even
sense
know
there.
what we're
I don't
talking
see
about
the.
anymore.
I don't see the.
I'm lost.
Whatever.
What's your next movie?
Yeah.
Number 3 is The Lost World.
Yeah,
Okay.
as I was thinking, yeah.
I know that I know a lot of people don't like it as a sequel, but I think that it's one of the better ones altogether in the franchise.
Okay.
I mean, it's still Spielberg doing it.
Yeah.
But Spielberg has had his misses throughout the years, and this is one of them for me.
Well, like watching him back to back, watching the original trilogy back to back, you see that there's a massive change in quality
Oh, yeah.
and everything once you get to 3.
You-
I feel
you
like
know,
2 just
remember
has
the-
a lot of the same vibes and the
Yeah.
same spirit that the first one does.
Mhm.
I definitely think that it continues it well, even though it's not as good. But, I
Um,
mean, what movie ever really is as good as a starter like that? You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
like.
Remember the opening scene of Lost World where the girl on the beach,
Yeah.
and then the mother goes up and,
yeah.
and screams at it, and then it cuts to Jeff Goldblum on a beach background. It's
That
like
was a fantastic
it's
way
like
to end to start the movie.
I guess
that
was
great.
the woman screaming at Jeff Goldblum?
And then he just yawns.
yeah, that's what's so weird about it.
I wish the little girl would have got eaten.
No, she just got like put in the hospital.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should.
Matthew,
I
what?
should. But yeah, I should have mentioned that scene. Yeah, that was a
Intrusive
great.
Intrusive thought went
That was
there.
a great
Yeah,
way-
I mean,
that was a great way
not the
to
worst
start the
comment that
movie.
we've
Yeah.
heard, I don't think.
I would not say that's a great way to start the movie. It
Oh,
just-
I thought it was.
it's for me. It's just a weird way to start a Jurassic Park sequel.
Okay, whatever.
I just I was like the fact that the parents were hearing their kids screaming and were like, we're just going to scream out from over here. Like, how fucking productive is that? You hear your kid in
Yeah.
danger. Like, go do something.
It's just
I-
an odd-
That's like your
it's
kid
an
cussing
oddly
and yelling at the kid to
directed
shut the F up.
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
I think you can tell people I'm a lot more forgiving to this franchise.
no, like, I like the franchise. I'm
I
a,
love the.
Well,
I
hey,
love-
there you
I
go,
have
yeah.
a lot of enjoyment for every
Yeah.
entry. I just
Yeah.
No, 3. I like the Godzilla vibes. The Godzilla vibes do a lot for
yeah, I
for
do
me
too,
personally.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I think that's good. Definitely some stupidity that goes on, but I think that there's a lot of really good moments. I think that there's a lot of dinosaur-human interaction. I especially the camper scene where they're going towards the cliff and everything like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Super good. Number 2 is Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I think that out of all the legacy sequels that we've gotten in these past like 15 years, I think out of all of them, it's
10
one of the
years.
better ones by leagues.
Yeah.
I think that it does really well at keeping up to par. Or I won't say up to par with the original movie, but it definitely does well at keeping up the soul and what makes the first movie good.
Yes.
It goes harder on a lot of the more universally lauded moments, which is to say just the dinosaur action moments of the
And
franchise.
the fact that the park is finally actually open. And
yeah, we
like
can actually see what it would have been.
That was a nice like, extended what's the word? Like, advancement,
Resolve?
like an advancement of the story. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
actually found a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Like that. I think everyone enjoyed that about it. It was like
Yes.
it was actually cool to see it
No.
like a living place.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
now I kind of wish it was real. I would have loved to go Jurassic World in real
Well,
life.
don't we all?
But
It'd be
not
crazy.
To let dinosaurs
Not
eat
gonna
us.
lie.
No, don't let the dinosaurs eat us.
I
Not
was
even
gonna say,
the
what's
kids.
going to
no.
the John?
Yeah, no, bro.
He's what
no.
he's what they dangle over the most
Okay.
of
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, Anakin Skywalker. I get it. Got it.
No,
Suffer the little children.
really good. There's a lot of fun to be had with Jurassic World. Flaws to be found for sure. Definitely a lot of plot holes and stuff like that. But overall, really fun movie. I think that's highly enjoyable.
Yep.
Then
And it had-
obviously
at the time, Chris Pratt riding a motorcycle with raptors.
through the
Oh,
jungle
that
like
was
that,
just-
yeah.
I love
badass.
that
When I was a
so
kid,
much.
when I was that age, I saw it, that was like that might be the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen
Yeah.
in a movie.
It's still cool to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
From
saw it.
14 on out, Chris Pratt was Hollywood's golden boy.
Oh
He
yeah,
was, he
that
was.
that was his hot streak at
Yeah.
that moment.
That was one of the movies that I saw at the Skyline that year.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm
seeing
thinking
it on
about
the big screen on a drive.
I'm thinking about going again next month. They're having they have a yearly horror movie fest,
Yeah.
and the first night is Scream, Halloween 20 Years Later, and The Faculty, and then 2 older movies after that. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Nice.
So I'm thinking
Okay.
about going that Friday night to watch Scream and stuff.
That'd be dope.
And the moment that I remember everyone like flat out applauding was when the Indominus when the T-Rex and Blue were teaming up against the
Yes.
Indominus and the Mosasaurus comes out of the fucking
Oh,
water
yes.
and pulls it. That was just the like, oh my god, like that was
Sugar
fucking cool.
going down.
It's a great climax. For,
It is
for
a great
sure.
climax.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, and a great cameo of Jimmy Fallon. That one was funny.
Eh.
At this point, I think that we're at the point where I've seen enough of him and stuff and online
Yeah, I get tired of him. Pretty
yeah,
quick.
just seeing him pop up and shit now. Even like before he was annoying, it's just annoying. I hate it now.
is. It
Okay.
is.
It dates the movie for me.
A lot of
But-
people are not fans of Jimmy Fallon.
So
Yeah.
I like Jimmy Fallon.
He used to be funny.
I think he's overextended himself.
Yeah.
speaking of, with him doing the Oscars, speaking of
Oh.
overextending, are we gonna get Pedro Pascal hosting the Oscars next year?
I'd be okay with that, honestly. I'd be okay with it.
He's in everything else.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean,
Especially this summer.
Yeah.
But of
No.
course, we know it.
number one is the OG. You
Yeah.
can't beat
Yeah.
the OG. The
No.
OG
No,
is
no,
just
you can't.
so good. I love it.
Mhm.
It is.
It truly is one of. I won't say that it's a perfect film, but it's definitely like one of the
Yeah.
most considered to be perfect.
Mhm.
In terms of
it's
being good
it's
quality,
great.
it's a walk in the park.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think that it still holds up. I think that this franchise definitely needs to go back to having the blend of CGI and practical that it did.
Yes.
That's something that the franchise is lacking. That became more apparent with the sequels, and definitely big time apparent with Rebirth for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see it go back to that blend. But
Yeah.
yeah, no. Number one for sure is the OG Jurassic Park.
I dare Paul Allen to go in the comment and put Jurassic Park 3 at number 1. I dare him to do it.
Don't do it, because he'll do it.
Yeah, he
Do
will.
it.
He will.
You know he
He'll give
will.
us a ranking with like Dominion and 3 at number 1 and 2.
The top 6 are going to be Jurassic Park 3.
Yep.
We thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank
this
you.
was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was.
Next week we are finally reviewing Superman.
I'm
About
seeing it.
excited.
I'm going to the early screening on Tuesday night. Cannot wait.
We
I
will
can
be
fi-
ranking all
yeah.
the Superman movies.
Hmm.
I'm doing all the animated ones too, so I have 17 movies on my list. I can't find the serials to watch,
yeah.
so I'm watching
Yeah.
all the direct-to-DVD animated and the live action.
It has to be feature length.
They are feature length.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 75
Yeah.
minutes.
And also, I'm going to try my best to be there for that, but I can't promise you that I'm going to be there. But
Boo.
Boo this man.
but I am excited to see the movie for sure. I know James Gunn is going to nail it. I know it's going to be great. So.
That's gonna be
It's
super.
going to be really good.
Yep.
Oh God, Matthew.
Thank you for watching.
Thank
Remember
you.
to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hey, you could follow us on TikTok, well, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We got Threads too. We barely ever use it. Go to our YouTube and our Spotify. Hit like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that bell for notifications for when we post these crazy episodes. You never know what we'll post. We're going to be going hard the next few months, really trying to get some episodes going. We got our Fantastic Four review in a few weeks. We are
Yep.
going to be live reacting to Fantastic Four 94. And in
Oh,
November,
fuck.
we are live reacting to Justice League 1997.
Oh Lord. That
Lots
should
of,
be
pa-
interesting.
and we're still doing our Man Thing live review or live reaction. It's gonna be fun.
And also, support Matthew's work for his photos that
Oh,
he
yeah.
does for.
Support Garrett's filmmaking.
Yep, Deborah.
Yep, thank you.
Definitely support
Yep.
Garrett's filmmaking.
Yep,
Both of them are amazing for what they do.
We started that last week. Actually, I wanted to make mine's Dark Before the Dawn Media. Garrett's is Rockbuster Productions.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you can find us both on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. So check out the
Hope
work.
you guys have a good week. Have a good night.
Have a good
God bless
one.
everybody.
Asylum podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.